Behind every crime lies a story waiting to be uncovered, from chilling mysteries to untold truth. This is where the darkness comes to light.
Green buzz lights up the air, faces tense as stories tear, truth and lies like a tangled dance. Justice here takes no chance. Gavel strikes, hearts beat fast. Witness takes stand, shadows cast. Whispers loud like wildfire spread. In this game, none's ahead.
Hello, good morning. Hope everyone is all right. Hello, good morning, everybody. I'm waving at the screen like you guys can see me. Denise Hintroy lurking. Hello, good morning, everybody. Hi, Paula. Hi, Lois. Hi, Maria. Ken. Everybody. Hello. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Sorry if I already want to cry. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, Pickles. You are in a correct. Good morning, Maria. You are in a correct stream. Sorry, I've already put both of the streams up. Uh, Probably that wasn't a great idea. But I think I'm gonna change that as well. Because we are trying a new thing, sorry, trying a new thing in terms that we're gonna split the days into. We're gonna do the morning part, and then we're gonna do the afternoon part in a new stream, because it alerts people to when court is actually gonna start and everything. And I'm sorry if I sound like I am about to cry. I am. I'm struggling today. But my perfectionist side is telling me off even more, that if I don't do it, I'm gonna be worse. So I just need to surround myself with you guys today. But again, my voice might be a little bit shaken today. Um, so it's gonna be a day without camera today, because I'm sorry, but that's something that I can't do it today. And but I still want to comment, and I still want to talk to you guys, because I think if I don't talk, I will go even crazier than I have been today. It gives me opportunity to still hang out with you guys. Sorry, give me 1 sec. I'm okay. I just sometimes I overthink, and my anxiety creeps up on me, like very badly. And like before I did this YouTube thing, I used to just curl up in a ball, probably cry my eyes out all day, and just play video games probably all day. And now, because obviously I have this commitment that I did to you guys and everything. I have the perfectionist side. You guys know that. Um and definitely today is going to be one of those days that's yeah, I'm struggling, and overthink does suck. Absolutely, but hopefully it will improve. Garden Bot is already on his way home, because he understood how I am, and he said that he might even take over stream, but I really, really want to hang out with you guys. So, I might apologize. I am trying not to cry too much, because I don't want to make the day out of it. And it's not about me, it is about court and watching court together with friends, and hang out and spending some time. I really appreciate your love. Thank you, Pickles, and thank you, everybody. Um, I'm definitely oh, hello, Stephanie. Good morning. Good morning, TP Toad. Like, sorry if I miss you guys anything today. I'm absolutely sorry. Please forgive me. And let's happy Friday. It is Friday. So today's going to be still, even though it's a struggle day, it's a struggle bus day, it's going to be a good day. And we are going to listen to the cross-examination. Yeah, of course. It's like, the thing is, it's not all happy and rainbows all the time. Sadly, life sucks sometimes, and so it's I'm not perfect, and I'm never gonna like try to be the perfect person and try to convince that like everything is okay and everything it's happy and rainbows and puppies and everything. So Good morning, Rabba. Oh my days, yes, you sleep, girl. You wake up very early. You will wake up very early. You will always awake during the night time, your time. You absolutely have a sleep. Um, but it's so it's sometimes I do struggle, and sometimes I do have oh my bad days, and I feel like I have to apologize. I know I don't, and I know you guys probably gonna tell me off because I'm gonna be apologizing, but I am apologizing no matter what. But yeah, anxiety does suck. Overtaking sucks too much, and it's just I hate bottle things up. So um I'm sending all the love to you, and I really appreciate your support. So I I do a lot because I like keeping busy, and I need to keep busy because one thing that I do is keeping busy helps me. Um thank you, Can. Um Keeping busy helps me with my anxiety and my overthinking because if I have downtime, that's when things get worse for me. That's why I like to be super busy and everything. And just doing this, doing my job, and then the house and everything. It is awesome, but obviously there is a point that everyone needs to rest and everything, and I think I am getting to that point. But I have the weekend off. It is Friday. We're gonna. The court is short days anyway, so it's not gonna be a long day. I really appreciate you guys. You're gonna make me cry again. Great. um, but yeah, I really love doing this, and it's just having a bad day. We all have bad days, I guess, and we all have down days. Mine just happens to be today. um, it's just yeah. Uh, well, that is true. Like if you guys if you guys would like to move to UK time zones, that would be appreciated. Because then, well, then I couldn't really hang out with you guys if we moved time zones. Because yeah, I couldn't be. I would have to work while court's still on until, well, with this court is only been about an hour in. Um, but yeah, but I really enjoy doing this, and today I went down the memory lane. Um, I understand. Yeah, the sun is it's a thing. The sun is out at the moment, but it was raining earlier, so yeah, I understand that, Paul. Lois, it's absolutely Maria. You're gonna make me cry. Thank you. Thank you for the lovely flower and the support, girl. Thank you. Yeah, guys are really gonna make me cry today. It's absolutely gonna. Um. Oh. Pickles, only you two cursing the rope. That is funny. You're making me laugh, friend. Thank you. Um. And it's true. We all have bad days, and it's not always like. Oh, I forgot. Thank you. I forgot to turn that off. Thank you. I see you guys are reminding me and helping me. I went down in the memory lane in terms of court. It actually reminded me. I love doing this, and it's an awesome thing, and it's a privilege to be doing this and having you guys' support, and having this small community. It's great, and it does help me. Like, I've had bad days that then end up being better days because I was here hanging out with you. And um oh yeah, definitely can. That is absolutely that is absolutely this. I can cry for every reason there's possible and unimaginable. So it's Marie and you guys all make me cry for good reasons. I've never thought that I could do this the way that I've been doing, and having the support is absolutely incredible. Because when I set out and said how I want to do YouTube, I probably wasn't correctly thinking that. I was like, what am I about to do? um Oh, thank you. You made me cry in a good way, my friend. You made me cry in a good way. It's a good way that you made me cry, and it makes me more certain of what I want to do, and more certain of that this is like the road that I want to go down with. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Annette. Good morning. Welcome to the, well, a bad day with the TCA. I mean, it's a struggle bus today, but I still want to do this because my perfectionist side is, yeah, uh, it's not gonna let me. Um, but I am just trying doing my best and being realistic and being truthful for you guys because it's not all rainbows. Like, again, it's not all rainbows all the time. We all have our bad days. We all gonna have our bad days, and we all suffer from different things. And it's just being honest about that. I don't want to be hiding and like going on camera and faking, hey, I'm okay, everything is fine. And it's just, no, it is a hard day. We all have hard days. Um, so, Stephanie. Thank you very much for that. I think you tried to hit the net, but I think you slightly missed. Thank you very much, Stephanie. You really, really appreciate that. Um, I really appreciate you guys' support. Um, oh, nice. Awesome, Pickles. Oh, it's fine. I'll see you very soon, my friend. I'm making a live, the heart sign thing with my hands, but I forgot that you guys can't see that. It's gonna be an interesting day, that is for sure. Stephanie! Oh no, thank you again. Oh, girl, thank you. Thank you so much for that. I know you're trying to hit the net, and, yeah, thank you, but, oh, you guys leave me speechless. I don't even know what to say, and that is very hard to do, leaving me speechless. I can't even speak. Speechless. Um, yeah. So it's absolutely great to your support. You guys are amazing, and being able to do this is a great privilege. Also, I posted on the Facebook group, but I need to send an email for you guys that are not yet in a Facebook group. Maria, thank you. Denise, you guys are gonna make me cry even more hard now. Thank you. I was not crying before. I'm crying now. Um, so absolutely, but thank you very much for that, and thank you for the membership joining. You guys are very supportive, and let's not make a crying stream because otherwise, hey, you eat gossip rumor in the window. That is awesome. Oh, you guys are amazing. You got Kathy. I'm sure she's gonna be very appreciative. Thank you. No, it's okay. I'm already crying. I was already crying before the stream. I was crying, long time ago. I was crying. But you guys support. It's awesome. Thank you. I know. I love it too. I can't wait to see her video because I wasn't able to do that yet. Paulette, thank you. Oh, you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Paula. Okay, I cannot sob. Crying is one thing. Sobbing is a completely different thing that I can do on stream, right? That it's not. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. Hey, hey, hi, your backyard. Congratulations on your membership. You're welcome to the green team and everybody else as well. And we were aiming for Nat, but hey, we got everybody else, which is great as well. If we got you, um, apologies. So, um, yeah. Oh yeah, you are a member for a month. You have a different sign. You have the croissant. That is awesome. That is absolutely amazing. That is good. Oh my days, you guys are amazing. The fit is not up yet, so I've got it in the background. Um, they haven't they've put their normal thing, the placement still, for the day. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support. You mean the world to me. Hey! Oh yeah, you can do the channel thing. That is awesome. Thank you very much. Oh my god. Hey, you hit Derny! That is awesome. Kimbers, Ohio. Oh, thank you very much, you guys. I'm gonna cry. I think when the court starts, I am gonna be sobbing in the background. Thank you very much for this. You guys are amazing. So supportive. Thank you. Um, I think I definitely need another tissue. Uh, thank you very much for your guys' support, Ken. That is absolutely awesome and amazing. Um, and yeah, it's gonna be a good day no matter what. With your support and your amazing just hanging out with me, uh, you guys mean a lot to me. I know what a way to end the week and to uh make a little bit better because I'm still are struggling, but never mind. Uh, oh, thank you very much, Annette. I'm doing the heart emoji thing with my hands. I really, really appreciate that. I struggle a bit with it. I have my bad days and my very bad days like today, and I have my good days. The good days are more than the bad days, which is what we need to think and be a bit positive about. Um, and try not to well it's easy to say to myself not to try to overthink, but yeah, my mind doesn't agree with that. So oh, it's okay, Pickles. No worries. It's absolutely okay. We'll see you soon, and whenever you can, it's absolutely fine, my love. My lovely friend. So it's absolutely okay. And yeah. Today, but just before we court starts, my apologies for the no camera today, but I don't think I can master the camera today. I tried, but yeah, I the camera today. I'm sorry, my apologies, but yeah, it's at least you don't see my ugly face. Um, no, oh no, I absolutely not gonna quit, and I still have a lot of great things to be thankful for, and I am very thankful for every single one of you, and every single thing that is happening in my personal life, my professional life, um, in my life altogether, and I'm very thankful. I know this is one, it's everyday battle, but the bad days are just a day or 2 days, so it's uh oh, you're an amazing person, Stephanie. I'm glad that I get to know you, every single one of you, and we have this. Even though it's like a virtual relationship, it's a friendship. It is something, and it's great. And you guys have supported me a lot, and I appreciate that. Even if you are just new, if you are a long time person in the channel, so it doesn't matter. I really, really appreciate that, and I know at the end of the day, it's gonna be a struggle bus day, but I'm with friends and I am with you, and yeah, we are gonna absolutely smash out of the park this, um, and be okay. So, uh, okay, so I actually there is some updates we can talk about before court starts. Cause I was gonna say the feed hasn't kicked in, but literally the feed just kicked in. Um, when I was just saying that, let me make myself a little bit smaller in the screen, which is all okay. Uh, thank you, appreciate. Well, yeah, that's true. They might use the video for evidence. Yeah, well, at least mine would be probably more serious and more real than the Stacy one that she tried to postpone as a social anxiety. But never talking about that. Um, that the seal is it is not bad. There are definitely prettier ones out there. But it's state. Uh, I I can. I don't speak English, Stephanie. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't hablo English. I don't know. I know. So You guys can also tell where I live because of the case that I spoke earlier in the UK. But anyway, talking about, and I think you guys remember John Mello from the Zachary Hughes case, the guy that got arrested because of Zachary Hughes' testimony. He was supposed to have a bond hearing today. Um, Oh, from the video, the Oh yeah, so he was supposed to have a hearing today, a bond hearing today, but that got cancelled because the attorney withdrew as a counsel. Um, well, at your backyard, I don't know where you are. I wonder where. I wonder really where you are. I think you are in California. I think. If I remember correctly. No, I'm joking. I know you're not. Yeah. Mello's lawyer, yes. So Mello's lawyer withdrew as a counsel last week. So because of that, the bond hearing cannot happen yet because I don't think he has a lawyer appointed yet, or if he's gonna seek uh what you gonna how you say, a private attorney. So the bond hearing that was scheduled for today, he got cancelled because of that fact. So I was so happy that well, so happy, you know what I mean, that he was gonna have a hearing today, but no, it's not. Oh, a bad cat. I don't even know what a bad cat is. I think I might have to search. See, my unknowledgeable self. I don't know what a bad cat is. Um, I'm not very knowledgeable. A bad cat. What is a bad cat? Oh, well, it is in a name, a bad cat. But I wanted to see images of it. That looks so awesome. Wow. So sorry. Thank you. Great short. Oh no, it's absolutely fine. Iowa. Um. Oh, awesome! So you guys are all neighbors. That is great to know. I actually found out that like there's a lot of UK peeps as well over here in the channel as well that hang out with us sometimes, and so I'm not UK alone in here and not knowing where anything is in the US because I have to Google pretty much everything of US terms because I don't know. I need to. There is a lot to learn. Um, oh, they are late. This is the first. Well, it's not really the first time that they are late, but they are late. That is unusual. Discord normally is pretty much on time. Hmm. Well, yeah. Oh, Iowa is in the middle of the US. Okay. Oh yeah, actually talking about the spreadsheet, I was updating the spreadsheet this morning. Cuz wow, 15 miles apart. That is not too far away. Hey, Nightbot just the Gardenbot just texted he's heading home. Yay. I'm so happy that he's coming home. I can't wait to give him a hug and maybe I'm gonna cry again. What else is new? Um but I was updating the spreadsheet and we have a new state. I forgot that in the very beginning of the channel we covered a case in Ohio, the Quinton Nixon one. And so the spreadsheet link, it is available on Facebook. I can send the link for the new one here. Oh, awesome! Oh, is that your cat? That is so. Sorry, I need to really zoom in myself on the screen to see it. But there's a bad cat. That's awesome. Um, so that is absolutely amazing. Um, so I was gonna say, yeah. So we have a new state, Ohio, and I had to go back in the channel to the very beginning, like thumbnails and stuff. Please don't go to the very beginning of the channel because I need to redo all the thumbnails from uh, when I first started doing this. I'm still not good at doing thumbnails, but I am improving. But those um in the beginning they were absolutely awful in my opinion. So please don't go there. And do it and see it, because I might be doing a reaction to them pretty soon. So oh, I'm so sorry, Paula. Oh, Paula, I'm sorry. I'm sending you really hurt. I'm sorry. Oh, Paula, we all around you. Virtually we are here. I'm sending you a big hug, my friend. I'm really, really sorry. It's hard. I doing again. The heart symbol thing, but I'm sorry, Paula. I love you too so much. I'm sending you a lot of hugs. I can imagine losing a loved one. It's never ever easy to you never really understand the pain. And you just learn sadly to live with it, and but the pain continues there. Um, so yeah, Stephanie, I see you there. I see you there, Stephanie. It's been almost 2 years in my for my grandma, and I still want to call her every day. It's gonna be 7 years for my son in June, and I still want to see him every day. So, um, oh no, it's about everyone. And I don't want this channel just to be about one person. I care about every single one of you, and like losing someone is a very personal thing. So it's not. I can say I cannot imagine your pain because it's completely different. But sadly, it's a fact of life that we all lose someone, and we all have to support each other. And that's why I wanted to create this channel in the begin with. It was that we care about you individually and as a group, and y'all can talk about whatever you guys want in chat. Obviously, as long as it's respectful, and I don't care. It's not all about me, it's about you as well. Exactly. So, and I love when you guys share things, and you can talk all about yourselves all you want. And you can text me, you can DM me, you guys can find me online. And if you ever want to talk and just vent, please do so. Um, so they are different situations, but we understand sometimes the pain of losing someone. It is similar. It's a hole that lives in your life, in your heart, in your soul, and it's just, and we are here to support each other. And that's why I wanted to create a channel, not like we all have a common interest in about true crime and seeing justice being serviced for the victims, and then we form friendships, and we are here for rain or shine, the good days, the bad days, the awesome days, the horrible days. And that's why I wanted to create a community of sorts, and with people from all over. um and that's a really benefit and a privilege that I get to do this every day. So I will not, you know, thank you, Pickles. I really appreciate you, girl. And I like Pickles too because she makes us laugh all the time. Um, so Pickles gives us always funny nicknames for our attorneys, for well, attorneys and witnesses, and everything, and I absolutely love it. Yes, Stephanie, I think you need to maybe move here. Uh I know. I know, that is amazing. Yeah, you can. I'm still sometimes figuring it out, some of the technology. Don't worry. I'm not like all there either. But um oh, good. I'm glad, Stephanie. Hey, move to the UK. At least it's not a pew pew place, it's a pokey pokey device place. At least it. No, I'm joking. I mean, you can always move to the UK. I'm not saying you can't. But But that would be awesome. But yeah, Paula, we can call, video call, and voice call, I think, through Facebook Messenger, and that is awesome, and it's free. So, well, it's safe-ish. Well, the book, like I was gonna say, in my area it doesn't happen. Well, it did happen one case down, literally down the road of, but that was not the Pocky Pocky device or Pew Pew. That was a Doggy Doggy device. Uh, I know. Well, the thing is, Pickles, there's other you can do as well that on Discord. You can call people on Discord, and you can call people on Discord, and I think video call people on Discord too. So it's you know what, I probably sometimes I don't want to advertise that. Oh, I think court is about to start, but sound is not here yet. Yeah, we can do that on Discord too. Discord has things, and I do have oh, really? You can pull it? Just download the messenger without the other part? I did not know that. Hello, good morning. Hi, Sherry. Good morning, my friend. Sending you a hug. Cause I can't do the hand gesture today. Cause sorry about the camera today. Yeah, yeah. You can call on that. So, of course, Stephanie. We are here to support each other, and I think we have um it's fine. I absolutely understand. People have their preferences, and we can reach out in every platform. And there is Discord, Facebook, so many apps. My days. Yeah. Yeah, Meta. I think it's Facebook with the Mark Zuckerberg thing. Don't ask me questions about who owns uh, platforms or anything, because I don't know. I don't speak English. Oh, it makes sense. Yeah, I am not on camera, Sherry. I apologize. I'm having a rough day mentally, and today I decided not to turn on the camera. My apologies, friend. But we can still hang out, and we still can interact a lot in chats and all of that. So yeah, it does. Pickles. Discord has video and a voice. Yeah. Oh, was it you that was alone in there? So because maybe it's like reach out, Pickles. Oh, so the does anyone remember the name of the detective? I don't. Oh wait, I have it written. Never mind. Oh my days. See, it is gonna be an interesting day. So
All right, my understanding is the jury's being lined up, and are we all ready to go?
Yes.
Very good, then let's bring the jury out, and we will continue.
All rise, jury entering.
Thank you all. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here, for being on time this morning. I trust you all had a nice, relaxing evening. So before we begin, I do want to say some words to you. I know I've given you instructions multiple times on this case about the importance of staying away from media coverage about this case, and I trust you've all been doing that. But I have been told by folks that there's been a lot of discussion or chatter about this case on various websites. There are like those community pages and those town Facebook pages. So I don't think there's any issue with it, but I am just warning you, as you're on the internet or as you're going around to various places on the internet, just be mindful that on any of those sort of community website pages in this area, there could be posts or chatter about this case because it has drawn some attention. And I want to be sure that we have a fair trial in this case and that we don't do anything which would jeopardize the fairness of the trial or the integrity of this process. Okay? So with that, we will continue with now the cross-examination of this witness. Counsel, you may proceed.
Morning, Detective.
Good morning.
And I want to probably backtrack, go over a few things with you, and then we're going to go through some video too, okay?
Yes, sir.
Before I start, I want to make sure that, if I can, Your Honor, I want to introduce you to my assistant. That's Anara. They make believe I'm the boss at the office, but I'm not the boss. And she's going to handle some of the video stuff as we go through, okay?
Okay.
But let me get back to where we are. And you went through fairly thoroughly your evening on April 4th of last year and how you were contacted and what you did, and that's quite helpful. About what time did you say you got to the scene?
I'd really have to look at my reports. Maybe 11:30, 11. I'd have to look at the call log there.
All right, but by the time you had gotten there, Kyle had been taken off the scene.
That's correct.
Right. And processing was your big number one thing, right?
On the scene, correct.
Right. And you talked to the jury about the placards and the shell casings and so forth.
I did.
Okay. And that's all, the shell casings were all in pretty much the same area, right?
Yeah, around the same area in the roadway there.
Right. And the mark where Kyle was found and where he was treated was in the same area as the shell casings.
From probably about me to you.
And that particular spot is easy to find because you'll see blood. I mean, you'll see red in the snow, right?
There was a higher concentration of blood there, and we saw him in the video as well.
Right. And that particular concentration of blood was right in front of 41 Summer Street. Right?
That's correct.
And 41 Summer Street is the residence of Jason, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And in fact, it was right in front of his front steps, right?
Yeah, there's a front porch step area there and a side entrance as well on the driveway.
Right.
So it was on the front there.
So as we're looking at video, but I mean, basically, the shooting takes place like right in front of his house.
In the roadway in front of his house, at 41.
Okay. And his particular motor vehicle, the truck, was parked like in front of his driveway.
When I responded for the crime scene or during?
No. During the videos. I'm just trying to go through.
During the videos, it's in the roadway of Summer Street.
Right. When you got there, the vehicle was in the driveway.
Yes, it was.
Okay. And you were processing. Now, let's go through this. You showed the jury. Let me just approach for a second.
Mm-hmm.
What was marked as State's Exhibit 5, that's a firearm.
Correct.
Okay. And this is a firearm that would have been retrieved from Jason's truck.
Yes, it was in the driver's seat of the truck.
Okay, let me talk to you about that for a second. your understanding and the means in which you actually procured the firearm is that Jason gave police permission to go into his truck and retrieve it, right?
Yes.
And when they retrieved it, they noticed that it was lying right where Jason told them it would be.
Yes.
And that he had made sure and told them that what he did with the firearm was to remove the magazine, separate it from the firearm, and leave it there for them, right?
I'm not sure what he told other detectives there. I was told that it was going to be in the driver's seat.
Right.
And that's how I found it.
Yeah, you saw it separated from the magazine.
Correct.
All right. Nobody from Rochester PD separated the magazine from the firearm.
Not from my understanding, no one touched the firearm.
All right. So I guess we can infer that if nobody else did it, Jason would have been the guy that did it.
That would be, yeah, correct.
Okay. And he would have done it prior to the police getting it.
Yes.
And your understanding is that when he was asked for permission to search the truck, he readily gave permission to the Rochester PD.
Yes.
There was a form that he actually signed, I believe.
Yes, I believe he had signed a permission to search form
Right.
through Detective Garson.
Right, and just briefly for the jury, the permission to search form kind of lays out his rights where he doesn't have to give permission to the police, right?
That's correct. It's a form that basically explains what we would like to search and the fact that you have a constitutional right to say, no, we don't want this to be searched. And that way we'd have to look at other means if we have to go through a search warrant or other options.
Right, but you didn't have to go through other options because, quite frankly, Jason made it easy.
He signed the consent to search, which granted us the right to search him.
But also during the processing, it came to your understanding that Jason communicated that he actually had video cameras, right?
Correct.
And again, that coming from him to you was something that he volunteered, right?
Yes.
And he volunteered it, and not only did he volunteer that he had video surveillance, he actually said, again, you don't have to get a search warrant. I'm allowing you to go and take whatever I have.
Yeah, he signed the consent form for the Night Owl DVR systems.
Right. And those are in fact, one of those systems shows that good shot of his driveway straight down to Summer Street, right?
It does show the driveway. Yeah.
And that's from his system that he voluntarily said you can have.
Yes.
And then your understanding is that he agreed to go to the police station?
I was told that he had surrendered and was detained and brought back to the police station, and I had responded to the station for the initial evidence crime scene.
Right. When the Rochester police got to the scene, he didn't give him any problems. He said...
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Right.
Watching video, I don't see that either.
And he just readily went with the Rochester PD to be questioned at the Rochester Police Department.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to make sure that's where we are for that evening. Also, there's an indication that once he parked the truck and prior to the police getting there, there's no indication in the snow that he tried to back the truck up or evade anybody, right?
I didn't see that, no.
He basically stayed there and waited for the police to come.
Yes.
You also found in the truck a loaded magazine with 9mm ammunition in it, right?
I did.
And that would have been during the course of you going through the truck, the very truck that he gave you permission to search and go through anything you wanted.
Yes.
He gave you permission to go into his home and search and look for anything you wanted. Correct?
To obtain the DVR systems for the recording, we were given permission to do that.
Did you ask him for anything else? I mean, did he deny anything? Did he say he didn't?
I never spoke to Mr. Levesque at all.
Any information that he didn't want you in the house?
This is from me on scene, processing the scene, saying, hey, we have this truck. What's the deal with this? And speaking to Detective Garston, who was speaking directly with Mr. Levesque, So I'm not sure, other than the fact that we were granted permission to obtain the 2 DVR systems as well as go into the truck to search.
Okay. Now, you showed, we were viewing videos yesterday, and some of them were tough to watch, not only because of the content, but because of the distance. You know, it looks like small people. It's tough to see actual, you know, humans even interacting. Would you agree?
I wouldn't really agree with that. I can see 2 people living face to face. I can't see a conversation, but I can see the movements of the bodies.
You can see some movement, but that first one, that Exhibit 2 from the state that was shown, the first series on that, is from a distant camera from 43 Summer Street, correct?
We didn't play 43 video surveillance yesterday, so I'm not sure.
Well, actually, we did.
The 43, the audio?
Yeah, it had audio on it.
Okay. I'm trying to recall.
I think you actually went through, well, maybe we didn't, but I mean, you actually went through it, right, 43?
I did in the course of my investigation. I don't recall that specific camera angle being shown yesterday.
It's okay, we're going to get to that. 43, you went through line by line, second by second. You tried to break it down, right?
Yes, sir.
But that 43 video is a distant video.
That one is the furthest video away in the scheme of, you know, distance to where the location was, correct?
Right. It's actually, you'd agree with me, tough to see the 2 individuals interacting closely.
For that one, yes.
But it did have audio on it that you broke down, right?
Yes, sir.
And you broke it down specifically. It was recorded at 10:11:22 p.m., which would mean 11 minutes after 10, right?
Yes.
And 22 seconds.
Yes.
And it was at that point in time that you heard and recorded, yep, there he goes. I don't know. He's all the way out there. He better not do anything stupid.
Objection, Your Honor.
Let me just go back to that a second, Detective. At 10:11:22. Sorry. Okay. That chair again.
I'm not going to test it. I'm going to have a medical emergency.
At 10:11:22, in your analysis, you've got Angela LaChance saying, yep, there he goes. I don't know, he's all the way out there. He better not do anything stupid, right?
Yes,
And that's part of your breakdown on that video from 43.
from 43, yep.
So on that breakdown from 43, you're also watching an individual that you would have identified as Kyle in your report.
Yes, Kyle Violette.
And in that particular video, just 8 seconds after that exclamation or that statement, you note in your report that Kyle is up close to Jason Levesque, who is outside his truck. Right?
I do.
And then at 10:11:37, you note that Kyle begins walking away from Jason back towards his house. Right? Meow?
If that's what it says in the bullets, yes.
Yeah. Because you're keeping second by second track.
Yeah, I was using like a VLC player with a frame by frame, so you can click multiple frames in 1 second span, just because the movements were very quick.
Yep. And then at 10:11:37, you've got it noted that Kyle begins walking away from Jason back towards his house, right?
Yes.
But at 10:11:41, you hear Angela say, he better not do anything fucking dumb, end quote, right?
I do.
And 4 seconds later, Kyle turns around and begins walking back toward Jason.
Yes.
So he doesn't continue on his way to his house, right?
Not at that time, if I note that he's walking towards Jason.
And right after the statement from Angela, you see on the video Kyle turning around and walking back toward Jason, right?
Yes.
Nothing would have obstructed him from going right home, right?
Correct.
There was no firearm displayed at that point in time, was there?
No.
And again, we don't have audio, so you don't know what was coming out of his mouth, right?
From my understanding, so that audio camera was the only one that had audio. You're not able to hear any conversations. If they were screaming at each other, I would assume that we could hear that because we can hear Kylan screaming outside. We can hear the conversations inside from Angela to her daughter, and we can hear them yelling outside, but the audio doesn't pick up what is being said between Mr. Levesque and Mr. Violette. That's
Right,
correct.
Right. I mean, you don't know what Kyle is saying to Jason.
Not at all.
You didn't know what he was saying when he was up close to him, right?
Correct.
You don't know what he was saying when he turned around and was pointing at things, right?
I do not.
And you don't know what he was saying when he, instead of going home, turned around and started back toward Jason, right?
That's correct.
And again, that's before any firearms displayed. Correct?
Yes.
Now, the shooting takes place just a second or two after that, from your breakdown.
Yes.
So it happens very quickly after Kyle turns around from walking away and then goes toward Jason.
The first shot.
Okay. Agreed?
I'd agree.
And that's from that angle. Did you do any other video work? Did you slow it down? Did you blow it up? Did you do anything like that?
So on all videos, I would either use the frame by frame, and then on VLC player has an interactive zoom, which is just a zoom feature where I can take a box and drag it towards a certain area, and zoom doesn't distort anything, but it makes it bigger so I can see. So I did do that to see, try to capture more of the movements or anything.
Well, we're going to show you a few videos in just a second. They're defendants with A, B, and C. A, B, and C.
Okay.
And a lot of what you just described, like blow up and slow down, and definition,
Yep.
is is going to be broken down in levels, okay?
Okay.
All right, and I'll ask you, when we show them, you know, with the court's permission, if you can step down in the well, because I'll have some questions for you, you know, as we go through.
Okay.
Okay, good, fair enough. We could set up, Judge? Thank you. Tell me when you're ready.
Which one do you want first?
We'll go with A first.
Council, clarify question. Has this been marked as an ID or an exhibit for,
Full exhibit.
has it been admitted?
Household A, B, and C are fully exhibits by agreement.
That is correct.
Very good.
The age of technology.
Is that our laptop? Do you want to use the other computer?
Council, would it make sense to just take a 5-minute break?
No, I think we fixed it. I think it was plugged into the wrong port.
Okay.
Not to speak for Tracy's speak.
I don't know. Let me touch it.
Thank you.
We know. I think at this point it does make sense. We could use a little break anyway. We're going to take a 5-minute little recess, give you all a chance to stretch your legs. We'll get our technology straightened out and, oh, wait a minute. Are we there?
We're here.
Is that going to work?
Yes. Should be Fingers crossed.
All right. Everybody still good? And Jared, you all still good? All right. Let's see if we can make this work.
Okay. Why don't you stop it right there? There we go. It's kind of self-explanatory. We've got a box around an individual there, and that would be Kyle Violette, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is the video from 43 Summer Street, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't we continue? why don't we stop right here? All right, now, at that point in time, do you see Jason at all in the frame?
He's partially obstructed by the door.
Right, he's actually bending down, right?
Yes.
Right, so he's bending down. Is there any indication from that frame that Jason even is aware that Kyle Violette's approaching him?
Not that I can see.
Why don't we continue? Okay, why don't we hold right there? Now, this is the initial contact, or the initial approach by Violette to Jason, right?
I have to watch, you're combining different clips. This is a 41 Summer Street, so
Yep.
I couldn't honestly tell you, yes it is, because I know that he goes back and forth multiple times.
Okay.
So with you combining them, no, I'm sure.
No, that's fair. And what we're going to do is we'll continue with this so you can identify if you believe it's the first contact.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Right there, hold it. Now, do you recall that being the first contact?
I do.
Okay. And what do you see? Just, I mean, you know, we have to have a record of this. What do you see?
Sure, I recall it being the first contact because it's face-to-face with him.
It's face-to-face, and that's, we blew that up a bit so that the jury can see it a little bit clearer. Is that clearer than what they've seen before?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So that's the first contact, or first, I'll just say, initial contact between Violette and Jason, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why don't we continue? He's pointing, stop. Did he have another contact there right before he's turning around?
He seems to be continuing to talk to him.
Did you see Jason talking to anybody?
I can't see anyone but moving.
Well, why don't we go back? Can we back that up a little bit? Started? Okay. Okay, stop. And that's the first contact?
Yes, sir.
All right. And then let's start it again. Now stop. That's the second, right?
Yes, sir.
Start it again. Now there's the third, right?
If you're talking about contact, him kind of looking like he's re-engaging, yes.
Yes, he's re-engaging. That's right. And Jason is making absolutely no indications whatsoever of wanting to engage with him. He didn't follow him, right?
He's not following.
Right. He's just standing in the same spot.
He is.
And now we got Kyle walking away for a bit, right? Stop. Now he's looking back. He looked back. He started pointing, right?
Yes.
It appears as though he's saying something, isn't it?
It looks like he's saying something.
Does it look like Jason's saying anything?
Doesn't look like it.
Why don't we continue? He's still pointing, right?
There he is.
Yeah, now he's turning back. And when he turns back, that's when the firearm is raised and he's shot. Discharged. Correct?
So this is a combo of different screens.
It is. You can stop right there.
So in my opinion, when I'm looking at that, this makes it look very quick, as if he shoots the one shot and then instantly shoots the 5 others. When I'm looking at the other DVRs, or the VLC, frame by frame, I see that he walks 5 steps forward while Kyle Violette is on his back trying to crawl away.
No, we've got that too.
Okay.
All right.
But, so that's,
No, I'm just trying to get the number of times that Kyle engaged with Jason so that the jury can see what we're talking about.
okay.
And I think we're up to 4 or 5 when he
You
turns.
could be correct. Yeah.
Okay. So if we can continue. All right, is this slow motion edit? This may be a little clearer as to the context. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as he's walking back, that's when the firearm comes out, correct?
Yes.
So the firearm doesn't come out until the 6th action, and that action is Kyle walking back toward Jason, right?
It looks like he's walking back towards him when the firearm starts to come out.
Correct. Okay. Why don't we go on to Exhibit B? And then
So the record is clear, Exhibit B is also full exhibit, correct? Thank you.
Okay, let's play. And why don't we stop a second? And what are we seeing right here?
This looks like Kyle Violette approaching Jason's car.
Okay. And if we continue. And stop. Now that's a pretty clear depiction of the initial contact, right?
Of the two bodies, yeah.
Yes. And as we saw, the only person approaching another person is Kyle approaching Jason, right?
Yes.
We can continue. It appears there's two. Great. Now, can we stop? In none of that sequence, do you see Jason making any movement toward Kyle, correct?
Right.
Right ahead. Stop. Sound. It looks like Kyle's motioning and saying things to Jason, right?
It does.
And that Jason's doing nothing but standing.
Right.
Continue. Stop. Now, in all fairness, I know it's a combination of things, but does that appear as though it's a continuation of his walk that just broke off?
It's hard to tell. I would have told you you had a good camera angle from the front of 41 Summer Street that would have shown this as well.
All right, but I'm just saying, does that not look like a continuation of the walk away and then the turning around?
The two different time cuts, yes, it looks like a continuation. It's hard to tell with the edits.
All right.
If there's anything else missing.
All right. And if we can continue. Now he's going back, right? Stop.
Yes.
And it's at that point in time that the firearm is drawn.
Once again, this is two different video surveillance systems, and I do not see Mr. Violette moving at all in there at that point.
You may see him in a second. Why don't we keep playing? That's him right there. That's the stop.
That's in there at that point, yes.
Yeah. And he was facing Jason, right?
He's facing him there after Jason's taking a step forward with the firearm.
Right. And he's still facing him, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. Continue. And that's when the shot's fired, the first one.
That's the first shot.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Can we go on to defendant C? Okay, why don't we stop right here? Now this is the shot The camera from the garage area at
It is.
41.
Correct.
And this is the video surveillance system of Jason Levesque.
It is.
It's the one that he gave you permission to take and analyze and do whatever you wanted with, right?
Yeah, one of the two that he did.
Okay. Why don't we continue with that? Why don't we stop? Can we back it up just a second? Okay, right there. Hold it right there. You don't see Jason's head at all in that frame, do you?
I do not.
Okay. And it's consistent with him bending down, working on his truck or doing some adjustment to the motor vehicle.
It is.
And in fact, you don't see him reacting to Kyle coming toward him, right?
I do not.
As if he didn't know he was there. Right?
And with the truck parked, I'm not sure. It could have been bent over facing, could have been bent over, so I don't know. I'm just giving my opinion on
No,
it.
that's cool. All right, why don't we get going on that? Right there. Okay, now he recognizes that Kyle's there, right?
It looks like he is facing me.
He's facing him and he's standing still, correct?
But, I mean, the video is frozen right now.
Right. Still, right?
Yeah, he's not moving.
The only guy moving is Kyle, right?
That's correct.
The only guy making approaches is Kyle, right?
Yes.
The only guy making hand gestures is Kyle, right?
Yes.
Okay. And he comes back, right? Thank you. You can resume your seat if you could.
Thank you.
Can we set the video, or put away the video? Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. We got through that without breaking anything. That's good. You went through yesterday the other work you did on the case, and I want to briefly just touch on it. You went down to Boston Medical and you collected a bullet or a frag.
I did.
And any other evidence again that you did some photography down there, I guess, right?
Did some photography the first time I went to Boston Medical, which would have been the day after the shooting, and then the bullet, I have it in my report. I think it was on the 16th, but it was a week.
Yeah, you were tipped off to go down and retrieve it.
Right.
And then the only other thing of any substance, I guess, on this case would have been sitting in on Kyle's interview.
There was the documentation of the, I'm sorry, was your question, did I sit on the?
Yeah.
I did sit on the interview for the CIC forensic interview.
Yeah. Can you explain what that interview is? I don't want you to talk about what went on in there. We're going to get that.
Understood. Yeah. Forensic interview, when someone goes through something traumatic, oftentimes we try not to have either law enforcement interview. We have trained forensic interviewers. So I would be in a different room. Video would be audio, video recorded. Open-ended questions, less of like either police interrogation or anything like that, and more victim-led discussion about what happened so that law enforcement can review. There is a time where I can, the interviewer might step out and I might ask, you know, hey, can you talk about further questions, but that's really what the interviewer would bring up after. And then I get a copy of that video to be able to review it. The goal is to make sure that we're not constantly having law enforcement go interview someone that went through something traumatic, my partner go interview the same person, then DCYF or medical or anything, trying to re-traumatize someone saying that they went through something traumatic multiple times.
Right. And you want to do it in an environment that is, it's not a police station.
Yeah, it's not at the police department. This one would have been at, I think, Haven, over at the community center in Rochester.
Right, it's not even in a police facility.
Correct.
And you do that so that the individual, whomever that may be, is relaxed and so that they can be candid.
That would be the goal as well.
That is the goal.
Yes, the goal is to make sure that they're not constantly being interviewed multiple times too.
Right, and that they give you accurate information.
Yes.
If I could just have a second. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I will, Your Honor, maybe approach.
Yeah.
So far has been an interesting morning. We've watched a sideways view of the video yet again. I mean, it did try to zoom in on the
Break.
laptop, but
Is
then
everybody in the jury box okay without a break at this point? We're thinking maybe another 15, a few more minutes, okay? All right, thank you.
Are we having technical?
Detective Danny, I do have a couple of follow-up questions for you, just based on that. I think it makes sense, Your Honor, if we step out of the box and we can set the TV up. It just makes sense to start there. Detective Danny, I do just want to clarify, because I think this bears some clarification on this matter. Did you view the 43 Summer Street video yesterday while you were testifying?
I did not.
Okay. In the past, during your investigation, had you viewed that video?
I did.
Thank you. For a moment. Detective Danny, I'm actually going to hand you the mouse that controls what's on the computer screen. For a minute. Yes. So you mentioned the VLC player both just now with me and while you were speaking with defense counsel. Can you just tell us briefly what that is in broad terms?
Sure. I am a software expert. It's a different type of video platform that has other options to be able to do so. I don't have a frame-by-frame in Windows, so I'm constantly pausing and you saw how many times you had to pause. The VLC player offers that frame-by-frame option, so that's generally used as a desired use for investigation.
So as you're viewing these videos during your investigation, did you view them in a frame-by-frame
I did.
setting? Are you able to demonstrate for the jury what that looked like as you were viewing it? Actually, Detective Danny, I'm going to move you over here with the court's permission, of course, just so we can maybe get this up with less distraction. And as you're kind of setting this up, are you able to tell the jury, are you doing anything to change the nature of the video itself?
Do you want me to get this up first before? So I just need the file here. So I'm going to the USB, the file, and right-clicking, going to open with. Instead of Windows Media Player, I'm going to VLC Media Player to open that.
Is this a photo editing software?
This is, to my knowledge, no, not a photo editing, it's just a viewing. I'm not sure if it has those features. I don't know how to use those.
So as you were viewing the video in the way that the jury is about to see during your investigation, were you altering the, I'm going to say, integrity of the video?
No.
Detective, are you able to demonstrate for us how this play-by-play feature looks as you're viewing it in the system?
Sure. Can you all see? Yes. So the bottom screen over here. Can you all see my mouse? Yes. Yep. This feature right here is frame by frame. So when I click it, I want you to just pay attention to each shot is different. You'll see that it's snowing. You see the car moving, but you can see that I'm clicking it sometimes, and that the second button up here is not moving all the way. So that's showing that there's multiple frames in 1 second. So if I click it really fast, you'll see that now we're at 5, now we're at 6. So that was a way that instead of just pushing pause, pushing play, pushing pause, and missing something, I wanted to at least see frame by frame, because I think we can agree that what everyone does matter in this case.
So, Detective, I'm going to ask you to do that again for a different portion of this video. Would you be able to move the timestamp, essentially the time bar on this video, so that it is at approximately 1 minute and 15 seconds?
Is that 1 minute and 15?
Yes.
Yes. Is that what we want?
Believe so, yes. Okay. Can we then go through that kind of frame by frame feature that you were talking about?
Did you want the frame by frame or the zoom too?
The frame by frame, please.
Okay. So I'm down here frame by frame.
I think I told you the wrong time. I apologize. You have more experience on this than I do.
The bullets say like 22 something.
Yes. Can we fast forward it to where it is 22:16 at 42 seconds? Is that about where we're at? Okay. Can we go frame by, before we go frame by frame, can you tell us what we're looking at in this video?
This is at 16:40, so 10:16, 40 seconds in, and this is the point where Mr. Levesque looks like he has his firearm pointed towards the direction of the tile.
Okay. Can you go frame by frame for us?
So at this point, the firearm comes out. We can start to see Mr. Violette almost in a turning, recognizing that he's seeing a gun.
And at that point, I just want to pause you here. Are you able to tell, you'd mentioned just before this that Mr. Violette appears to have turned and seen the gun. Can you tell what direction his body is moving after he has, I'm going to use your words there, has seen the gun, has turned and seen that?
It looks as if, say the houses are behind us and I'm facing, it looks as if he's turning towards the right to turn away.
To turn back in the direction of his house?
Yes.
Please continue with the frame by frame.
So
Can you pause? At this point, are you able to tell which direction Mr. Violette was heading when the first shot was fired?
At this point, with this video, no.
Okay. Has the first shot been fired at this point in the video?
It is currently being fired, yes.
Can you tell us kind of how you can tell?
We can see that explosion from the barrel of the gun.
Please continue. At this point, are you able to see where Mr. Violette is?
I'm not.
Are you able to on a different video?
I am.
We'll go there in a moment. But for now, please continue. And if you wouldn't mind just kind of telling us, I know you talked a lot with Attorney Sisti about your process of going through and marking it each time what you see. If you wouldn't mind doing something similar just verbally for us today.
Okay. So if I was to be writing this, I'd say 1642, 1643, I see Jason with his hands down, side facing towards Kyle's direction. One step forward, starts to raise his hand, pointed towards Kyle's direction, but now I see that it's pointed towards the ground more. 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. Is that a frame? Partially out of frame? Starting to walk back towards the truck, turns around to look, appears to be looking down, turns back towards the truck and starts walking back towards his truck.
I think we can pause this frame by frame here, and I'm going to see if we can open one of the other videos, the porch view.
So porch view, I'm right-clicking again, and instead I'm opening with the LCD media player.
As it's in the process of being projected onto the screen, if you wouldn't mind just narrating to the jury, what is this process again that you're going through? Is this the same that you just went through in the first video that we watched?
It is.
And again, are you altering the integrity of the video as it exists?
I'm not.
Would you mind fast forwarding to 22/16/36? Is it set up to do that frame by frame that we discussed?
Yes, it is.
Would you mind going through that process and kind of conducting a similar narration of what is visible as you're going frame by frame?
Yep. So I believe I see Kyle walking towards the direction of his house. He's turning, facing towards the direction of Mr. Levesque, walking towards Mr. Levesque. Out of frame, I still see a shadow. Looks like he's taking a step forward. I see both shoes if they're pointed towards the outside, as if he's turning.
I just want to clarify what you mean by that. Both shoes as if it's pointed towards the outside.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So if he's facing and turning this way and both of his shoes, I start to see they're not pointed towards the direction of the truck. They're starting to point towards the opposite side of the road, leading me to believe he's turning around.
Thank you. I appreciate your demonstration.
Yeah. At this point, I'm starting to see Mr. Violette fall down to the ground. And I'm starting to see both his hands right here. And I'm starting to see him in the position while he's crawling. He starts to begin to get on all fours and start crawling, facing towards his house. And at this point, I'm starting to see some introduction of, I guess, almost smoke or disturbance, which kind of leads me to believe that these are the next series of shots that are there.
Would that also be consistent with where those shell casings were found and
It
where the
would.
blood was located on the scene when you arrived?
It would.
I know we just watched the previous video where you see more of what the defendant is doing in this moment, but based on the timestamps and what you've seen in both videos, are you able to tell at what point the defendant begins advancing towards Mr. Violette?
I'm sorry, can you ask that?
Yes. So are you able to tell based on looking at the video we just watched and this one, as well as what both parties are doing during those videos, where Mr. Violette is located when the defendant begins advancing towards him after that first shot, where his body is placed?
Where Kyle Violette's body is placed when Mr. Levesque advances towards him. He's on the ground, looks like he's either on all fours or trying to crawl facing towards his house.
Thank you. Please.
With his back up. This is ultimately where he was, I believe, located and the more concentration area of blood was found.
Your Honor, one moment. Detective Danny, I have one more video that I'd like us to take a look at. You would mind closing out this one?
Counsel, I'm sorry, I probably should have done this before. All the videos you're showing me now, these are all contained on State's Exhibit
2. Yes, I apologize, Your Honor. I should have clarified that. These are all in State's Exhibit 2. They will all be made available for the jury.
Just want to make it clear what we're looking at.
Yes.
So these are multiple files on State's Exhibit 2. Thank you.
So, Detective Danny, is there any other way that you were able to view these videos besides that frame by frame in this media player?
Yes.
What else did you use in order to enhance your viewing of these videos?
There's a feature called interactive zoom, which you can get a highlight box and kind of drag and drop to an area that will zoom into that area to see a little further.
And I think I asked this on the other videos as well, but I'm going to ask it again. Does this alter the integrity of the video as you're looking at it?
No.
Are you able to demonstrate for us what that looks like on this video?
Go to tools, effects, filters, video effects, geometry, interactive zoom, hit save. Now I have a box that I can highlight an area that I might want to watch.
And I just want to be clear for the record. It looks like there are two little screens.
Yes, correct.
Can you tell us what this one in the corner is?
The corner screen is the actual view of what the video contains, and it contains a white box that you can drag and drop to an area. So for instance, if I wanted that top left corner, I would drag and drop, and now this bottom part is that zoomed in area of that white box.
Thank you so much for clarifying that. If you wouldn't mind, on this video, fast forwarding it to approximately 22 minutes into the video.
Is that 1022? 2222? Or is that 22?
On the
2200? Or you just
on the
want
bottom, yes.
On the bottom?
Approximately 2155 is fine. Are you able to then move that box so that the focus is exactly that? And can you just narrate for us what is in kind of focus of this zoom?
Yeah, this is the driveway of 41 Summer Street, and it's the front of Mr. Levesque's truck, plow truck, and showing some of his driveway and a car that's there as well.
Okay, would you mind, are you able to do the frame by frame on this as well?
I am.
While it is zoomed in?
So right here I'm able to see Mr. Levesque and Mr. Violette. Did you want me to continue?
Yes, please continue. I know you discussed earlier with Attorney Steve that you are not able to hear what Mr. Violette is saying in any of these videos. Are you able to hear if the defendant is saying anything either?
No, there was no audio in any of these videos.
Are you able to say with confidence if what was said by either party?
No.
So at this point, can you tell us what we're looking at?
So at this point, if I were to go back, sorry. So at this point, I start to see Mr. Levesque actually make a move, and I can see his hands extended out. When I say make a move, it almost seems like he's moving forward while he starts to have his hands extended out. And I see Mr. Violette taking steps forward, and I start to see him turning around and walking backwards while Mr. Levesque takes a step forward. And then with the hands going down.
I just want to clarify for a moment. When you said had his hands out, is that, in general, his hands are just kind of out while gesturing?
His hands look extended out as if he's holding a firearm.
Thank you. Please continue with the frame by frame.
So hands were down, this is what I'm talking about, with hands extended out as if he's holding a firearm again, and now he's starting to take steps forward. And I note that the focus and with the hands also seems to be at a downward angle. And he's walking back, looking back, and walking back.
Thank you, Detective. You can resume your seat, actually. Detective, can you tell us what the value is for you during your investigation and viewing the videos the way that we just showed the jury?
This is such it doesn't appear that he's denying that shots happened, right? And he was the one that shot. So really this comes down to when I'm trying to be on like a fact-finding mission, what happened in those videos if you watch just 10 seconds.
A moment. Thank you very much, Ivamos, for your support. Hey, Case One, good morning. Ivamos, that is very funny. Do vegetarians eat anymore?
Detective, let's back up a little bit.
Sure.
Does going step by step and frame by frame in those videos, is it easier for you to get a clear picture of what happened?
It is.
Is that in part because the videos look fast when you just watch them straight through?
Yes.
So when you go frame by frame and when you zoom in, does it allow you to get a more accurate picture of what's actually happening?
It does.
Does it allow you, in cases like that driveway video we just saw while zoomed in, does it allow you to essentially cut out the extraneous part of the video and focus on what you're needing to be focused on during your investigation?
It does.
One moment, Your Honor. Detective, I have no further questions for you. Defense may have you.
Thank you.
Briefly, Detective, that was a helpful presentation. Thank you. When you view the videos in real time, real time, not breakdown time and not frame by frame time, it does go by fast, just like the prosecutor said.
Yes, sir.
In fact, I've got your log, and it took only 5 seconds from the time Kyle made his last turnaround and approach to Jason until all of the gunshot was over.
If that's what the bullets say, then yes.
5 seconds. Correct?
Correct.
And as we watch these various videos and various angles, you'd agree with me, there was only one person, the other person, right?
I guess it depends on what you're qualifying the confrontation. I would say anyone pointing a gun is a confrontation
Oh,
too.
no, let's go before.
Before that?
Yeah,
Yes, I'd agree with you.
yes. And that person would have been
Kyle Violette.
Kyle confronting Jason, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now, I think this is the appropriate time for our mid-morning break. So we're going to take 10 minutes and we'll be back. Thank you very much. All rise for jury, please. All rise.
All right, so we are in now mid-morning break. I think it's gonna be about 10 minutes. Didn't really see. But the funniest thing in this courtroom is that they're gonna come back for like 20 minutes and then they're gonna break for lunch because not this judge likes to break for lunch at 12 o'clock or around that time. So I don't think they're gonna have much time for a full-on witness. Oh, hang on. Are you guys okay? Are you guys frozen? I I'm frozen all of a sudden. Oh no. Sorry, frozen. Can you guys hear me? Is it frozen for you guys as well, or is it just frozen for me? I think it unfroze right now. Tweety, good morning. Hello, good friend. Good morning, my friend. Um, am I the only one? Am I frozen? Sorry. Yes, I'm frozen. Or am I frozen, or are you guys can hear me? My days now. Oh, you hear me? Okay. I just got very panicking. That I was frozen. I know it's lagging a little bit, and I don't know why it's doing that. Um, I guess the wind is affecting me too. Um, Oh, nice. Oh, hi, your representative. Nice. Hello, William. Hi, Case One. Please be safe, my friend. I don't know why my internet is struggling right now. I don't have almost anything open apart from it what it I need to do this, and I don't know why is it open. It's not. It's Oh, it is having a Friday. I'm having definitely one of those days. Since they are on break, I think I'm gonna just refresh my system, my StreamYard. Don't go anywhere. It will only be a couple seconds. And since they are on break, we are not gonna miss anything. 1 second, my friends. I am really, really sorry. Okay, all right. I think we should be back soon. Um, hang on, sorry. I apologize for this, because I think what I found what is at fault. There we go. We should be back anytime soon. The feed is there. I need to put the second crumb. Oh my days! I'm so sorry, guys. One, please keep safe. Um, it's very scary indeed. That I am gonna test something. I'm gonna keep the the counter open. I need to do a test because I think I know what is making the system struggling at times. I think it is the OBS. So can you just check that you guys hear me now? That I am back and talking and I'm not just, yeah, or okay, if I can see the screen on here, it is working. Okay, I just need to make sure that everyone is hearing me first of all. And I'm not just, I know, yeah. Oh, okay, you can hear it. It's sprinkled mud? What? That is absolutely crazy. Okay, Swan, please be safe. I mean, that is, well, mud is not dangerous, but still yucky to be sprinkled over with mud. It's not good. I know, and we are all over the place in Santiago, William. So I am in England. I don't know if you knew that, but I am over in England, all the way across the pond. That I am there, and I am originally from Portugal as well. So definitely we are very well represented here, and I love it. I love the having um a lot of friends all across America, across the world. Oh, well, at least it's good that you are keeping a good, positive lookout. But please be careful. Um, Oh, nice, Paula. That is awesome. Actually, I did told Gardenbot to take some pictures about a job that he just did this morning of planting. Oh, awesome. I like it too. I've been here for 10 years and I absolutely love it. Definitely not going back to Portugal. I go back to for holidays, but not for much more. Um Apart from that, I told Gardenbot to take a picture, some pictures, because you went oh, okay, sorry, so you went to do a job and to plant some pictures and everything. So I told him to take pictures. I don't know if he did, so I need to do it. So now, yeah, sorry. Sorry. Um, so as absolutely, yeah. Um, ooh, really? But in the same zone, Southern Cats, or would you move somewhere else? Because I miss sometimes the closeness I had back in Bedford to the airport. I mean, where I am, it's also pretty close, but it's not. The airport doesn't go to many places, so there's not a lot of great choices down south. Big near to the bigger airports, there is a lot of more choices. Oh, Stephanie. Oh, Sherry, sorry. Definitely, if you guys come, just let me know. We can hang out. Obviously, that would be awesome. England is crazy, and it's not always raining like some people think. We do have sun, and it definitely sunshines, and it gets hot as well. Well, not as hot as in the US. I Yeah, definitely not as hot as that. But it's not always raining either, because some people think, oh, it's always raining in England. No, we have sun. Probably, Oh, awesome. Well, you can do a tour again of England. Me and Garden Pot, we were planning to do a tour of England and get a van, um, and do the van up like a mini camper van, and then just drive across to the US. We still want to do that, but it's gonna be a bit more expensive than we were realize. Um, the so sorry, when Garden Bot is texting me. He got home, but then he went. and then you went out because of the wedding. You forgot to buy some clothes for the wedding tomorrow. Um, so absolutely, we were thinking about that of doing a tour, a UK tour, and with a camper van. But then I started doing this thing, and it's a little bit harder to do that on the go. So we've decided. Well, we still might do, but not in the near future, because yeah. Oh yeah, that would be a lot of fun and a lot of good videos and everything, but it's oh, we will we will take some pictures. I'll post in the community post tomorrow of it. I am so sad that I oh no, Stephanie, I'm so sorry. Sorry, I was not even looking at chat. Sorry, I am looking at chat now, but when I talk sometimes, I know you guys probably noticed, I look around a lot so I don't lose focus. Don't know why I do it. Oh, that is cool that you have dual citizenship. I still am Portuguese. I still haven't lost my citizenship, but because I've moved here before the Brexit, I can stay here forever and they cannot kick me out. So that's yeah, but yeah, I will post a picture of me and Garden Bot in the wedding that we're gonna go tomorrow, in the community post. So keep an eye out there, for that if you are interested for some reason, and I might post as well on our Facebook group. And Stephanie, I'm so sorry. Oh, hey, one sunny day. Hello, good. Hello, friend. Hi, welcome in. Enjoy your membership. It's good to see you in green. Um, I know, Stephanie, that is so sad. Absolutely gut wrenching. And what is even the purpose of having like that many sheds? Like, because you said sheds plural, so I'm assuming they put more than one shed. So that is just, I'm so sorry, Stephanie. I'm sending you a big hug to you, my friend. Um, so yeah, sorry. I need to put the counter back in, but I think that I was talking even before the counter, it's getting the system a little bit slower. I don't know why, but I don't know if it is that or not. I'm just talking. um, I mean, well, it's been 10 minutes, so they should be back in a minute now, and we are moving on to the next witness. I mean, they are done with the lead investigator. Do you guys think that next is gonna be Kyle? Because I think there's a possibility. I don't know if it is that gonna happen or not. Don't quote me on that. Do you guys think that the state could rest today? Because it's been like, even though it's shorter in days, do you guys think that's a possibility of the state resting today? So just because we don't really have an ME to talk on this trial because there was not a victim, well, an unalived victim. So you would imagine that we had the lead investigator, and then, but in terms of the case of the state so far, they have proven, well, they have proven, yes, that Jason did it, and I think Kyle is going to be the witness to tell how their relationship was before the incident, and that will give us a better picture of it, which leads me to conclude that Jason is going to testify because he's going to want to tell his story of the event, because otherwise, yeah, otherwise it would be just easier and it would be a lot easier um, for the jury to convict, which I don't think they are going to take much longer to deliberate. Also, I am working on a price for the new price for the verdict game on this one, because I'm trying to do different things every trial, so the prices are different, so it's not the same thing always. It's coming across, I actually found, because me and Gardenbot, we had the idea of doing the print of the verdict game prize. We do it because we have a resin printer, it's like a 3D printer, and we are designing the new one. Oh, hey, hello. Oh, nice. Hi, Sissy. It is warm there. Oh, you, um, Jason or Kyle, Sherry? Kyle is the victim. It is gonna be hard. Jason is gonna be hard because yeah, either I think either is gonna be hard. You want one so bad of the verdict game things. Well, I've been thinking, and I don't know. Um, if I'm still gonna do it. Yeah, you are ingrained, Cherry, and we love it. Um, um, I have been thinking, but I still don't know if I'm gonna do it because I feel a little bit, well, shy or like an imposter syndrome. I don't know. I was thinking of opening a shop in on a YouTube, like it's okay. Oh sure, Kyle is gonna be definitely very hard to listen. So Court is coming back. I'll talk about my idea later. No worries.
Yes, Your Honor.
All rise, jury entry. Please be seated.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we call the next witness, I do have to give you some further, some further instructions. As is the case sometime.
Can we approach?
Sure.
Sorry about that, and the counter went up because even though you guys did not see, that bump scared the bejesus out of me. So yeah, yeah, Zizzy, I was telling you that there was supposed to be a John Mello hearing today, but he didn't because he fired his attorneys. So now I think we are in the limbo of waiting of what's going to happen in that case, which should be interesting. But yeah, I was gonna say that I was thinking of. I know. I'm so sorry, Cherry. My ears are gone too. I'm so sorry, my friend. It's so hard to score in terms of the audio. John Mello is the friend of Zachary Hughes, of the Rose
So,
Peso and Living trial.
We're going to withdraw what I was just about to say to you, and the state is about to call their next witness.
Thank you.
And that witness is
State calls John Freese.
John Freese. Thank you.
The witness standing in this courtroom, you may be aware, is to the left of the judge. And if you could approach kind of around the corner there, face the judge, and remain standing for your oath.
All right. Good morning, sir. Will you raise your right hand? Do you swear any testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury? You may be seated. Just please keep your voice up so everyone can hear you. Counsel, you may inquire.
Thanks, sir. Can you state your name and spell your name for the court record, please?
Sure, John Freese. The last name is Freese.
And what do you do for work?
I'm an emergency physician
Where?
at Frisbee Memorial Hospital primarily, but also hospitals in New Hampshire and Virginia.
Understood. Can you give the jury just a brief summation of your professional training and experience?
I've been an emergency physician for 25 years. I trained at Indianapolis, the Indiana University Emergency Medicine program back in 2000. When I graduated from there, I did my postdoctoral fellowship in EMS, or Emergency Medical Services, at the New York City Fire Department. Spent 10 years as a medical director with the fire department, was chief medical director, and oversaw all the ambulances in New York City for that decade, during which time I also worked clinically. And then for the last 12 years, I've been primarily here in New Hampshire and now also Virginia.
Thank you. I think that suffices. Look, do you remember, with the benefit perhaps of reviewing some records, treating a patient named Kyle Violette?
Yes.
And my understanding, if I could just briefly summarize, you saw him, but he then was transferred to 2 other hospitals.
That's correct.
You know, given the nature of his injuries, can you just give us a thumbnail, an estimate of how many physicians do you think treated him over the course of his 3 admissions to various hospitals?
It was dozens.
And so I'll cut to the chase. You know, by agreement with Attorney Sisti, we've asked you to kind of come in and summarize the treatment evaluations from each 3 of the hospitals, so that we don't bring in dozens of physicians. Is that how you understood your testimony today?
It is.
And have you had the benefit then of reviewing treatment notes, summaries and image notes from the other hospitals?
Yes, I have.
And based on your training and experience, notwithstanding the fact that you didn't actually do the treatment down in Boston, do you feel comfortable sharing with the jury a summary and an explanation of the treatment and injuries?
I do.
Great. Then let's get started.
And just so the record's clear, this is without objection, correct?
No, this is actually an agreement we made like a week ago. So
Very good. Just
let's go.
wanted the record clear. Thank you. Continue.
To understand, it could take days to talk to 13, 14 different...
Of course, the court understands. I just wanted the record clear. Just wanted the record clear.
Dr. Freeze, do you recall when Mr. Violette was admitted?
It was April 4th of 2022.
And I'm going to refer you to my reference note of page 427. Actually, this may be faster if I approach, Your Honor.
Of course, please.
Can you share with the jury, you said he was admitted to that facility.
Initially to Frisbee, and I misspoke. I said 2022. It was 2024.
In the past case. So, do you recall the time that he was admitted and discharged?
He was admitted to Frisbee at...
Counsel, I'm referring to page 427 of the notes. I'll direct your attention to the 4th paragraph.
At 10:30 p.m.
And then can you indicate when he was discharged?
Yeah, at 11:13.
So about 45 minutes he's at Frisbee, correct?
That's correct.
And if you could summarize the evaluation, the injury notes, the triaging notes from his arrival at Frisbee. How did he appear to you?
So when he arrived, he was anxious, he was pale, and he was confused, as most people are when their blood pressure is critically low, as his was. His initial evaluation demonstrated a number of gunshot wounds, and his initial treatment for stabilization, given his very low blood pressure and the severity of his wounds, was to secure his airway. So he was paralyzed, sedated, and intubated or placed on a ventilator. He had a cordis introducer replaced, which is a very large IV catheter that was placed into his femoral artery to allow for the rapid administration of blood products. And he had a chest tube placed, a large tube that goes into the chest cavity to allow his left lung to re-expand.
Very well. I'm going to direct your attention to what is our discovery note of 446, should be on the bottom right-hand page of your notes.
Okay.
There appears to be an admission summary. Can you indicate the number of gunshot wounds that Frisbee was able to identify?
It appeared to be a total of 6 gunshot wounds.
And can you briefly describe them to the jury?
Sure, there were 2 to the left chest. One was just below the clavicle. One was over the left lateral chest wall. One was to the lower abdomen, which was just inside of the hip bone, the front of your hip here. The next was to the left hemiscrotum, so just adjacent to the penis and somewhat involving the penis and the scrotum. And then there was one to each buttock.
You had described that the pelvic, the abdominal wound was anterior. That's actually on the front side.
Correct.
Okay. And behind that was a gunshot wound to his left buttock. Is that correct?
Correct.
This goes on to indicate the sort of the level of concern. What was the determination of his condition?
He was critically ill.
And would you consider critically ill to be life-threatening?
Imminently.
And so you had made some additional notes that I don't understand. There is, the patient was notably, and can you share that word, tachycardic?
The patient was notably tachycardic or had an elevated heart rate and markedly hypotensive, meaning his blood pressure was incredibly low, with an initial systolic blood pressure in the 50s.
And then what did you do in response to that, if anything?
So, as mentioned, he had the cordis introduced replaced, which was the large bore IV. He had 2 units of blood that were initially ordered. The intubation, placing him on the ventilator, like I mentioned, and then immediately after the intubation and placing him on a ventilator, the tube thoracostomy or the chest tube was placed in his left chest.
I noticed that the notation uses the term a massive transfusion protocol. What is that?
Most hospitals have a transfusion protocol that requires the administration of multiple blood products in the case of a critically ill patient who appears to have significant bleeding. So it includes the administration of not only red blood cells, but also products to help to replace the factors that allow you to form a blood clot, so that you have all aspects of your blood being replaced.
There's a notation on 427 that indicates at 2240, PRCP Unit 1 and then Unit 2 both transfused within 10 minutes. Is that notable to you?
Yes, it's a rapid infusion, as we would expect for a critically ill trauma patient.
And so after making these assessments, what do you actually do at Frisbee Memorial?
So like most smaller hospitals or critical access hospitals, the role of a smaller hospital is to stabilize the patient so that they're able to survive transfer to a tertiary facility or a higher level of care, or in this case, 2 higher levels of care. So our goal was to maintain his blood pressure, maintain his airway, improve his breathing, get in touch with a trauma surgeon at a local hospital, in this case Portsmouth, and move him there as rapidly as possible.
And did they agree to receive this patient, Mr. Violette, at the Portsmouth Hospital?
They did. Dr. Cromer accepted the patient.
In fact, was this situation so acute that you essentially held off on doing other diagnostics that you would have normally done?
Yes, and that's standard for someone who's this critically injured.
And so you've indicated to us that at 23:13, he actually left for Portsmouth.
Correct.
And I want to then turn your attention to the documents that appear to be generated from Portsmouth, which begin at 468 of our discovery.
Okay.
What I first see is what appears to be a summary of a CT scan report.
Yes.
And can you please explain the observations or the diagnostics that are referred on 469, the following page, concerning stomach and bowel?
With regard to the stomach and bowel, there were a few punctate metallic foreign bodies within the lumen of the stomach, which were felt to represent bullet fragments that had been swallowed by the patient. There were no evidence of any bowel injury on the CT scan itself.
And so at this point, they hadn't yet diagnosed perforation of his bowel. That was eventually they performed surgery on.
Correct.
Can you return then to the, give us a summary of the findings for his lungs?
For his lungs, there was the chest tube that we had placed at Frisbee that terminated near the lung apex or at the top of the lung. There was fluid within the chest tube itself, which was the blood that was coming from that tube. And there was a small left-sided hemopneumothorax, which is a combination of blood and air that remained in the chest even after re-expansion of the lung with that chest tube. There's
a heading called osseous and soft tissue chest. Can you summarize those findings?
The radiologist noted that there were several small metallic fragments in the left pectoralis muscle or the left chest muscle here. That there was a larger metallic fragment that was just in front of or anterior to the first rib, and then subcutaneous air or air beneath the skin that would be expected after someone had both gunshot wounds to the chest and a chest tube placed.
Look, in that area that we're talking about, can you share with us whether there are either critical nerve, veins, arteries, other organs that you would be concerned about for major trauma in that particular area?
Yes, everything that keeps you alive sits right there. Your heart is just to the left of your sternum, primarily. The aorta, which is the artery that carries all of your blood to all of your body, leaves the heart and curves to the left and descends, as well as going up through your carotid arteries. The lung, obviously, and in this case, the artery that surrounds each one of your ribs, which by itself can also be a life-threatening injury.
This report has a heading called reproductive. Can you just briefly share with us the observations and diagnosis?
Yeah, they note that there is some subcutaneous air, so again, air beneath the skin within the left hemiscrotum or the left half of the scrotum. They were able to describe this as an entry wound that was adjacent to the left base of the penis, and then some small metallic foreign bodies beneath the skin that were noted, as well as several smaller metallic foreign bodies within the scrotum itself. And they were not able to visualize in this study the patient's left testicle.
Understood. There is a notation at, looks like 469, concerning the, again, this is soft tissue, tissue structures. Quote, there appears to be a potential exit wound at the skin surface of the anterior left lower quadrant of the abdomen.
Yes.
Just want to show you, if I may approach, Your Honor.
Of course.
Counsel, these are the photos.
Your Honor, these are full exhibits, and I have no objection.
Very good. The record will so reflect these are full exhibits.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as States 19. Just ask if you could explain kind of what you see.
So this is, by definition, a critically ill patient, as evidenced by the fact that they're on a ventilator. The patient appears to be, his left chest tube still in place from what I can see from the lines. He has an oral gastric tube in place, which is a tube that drains the stomach of the gastric contents, of the stomach contents that you produce every day, even if you don't eat, and multiple monitors.
I had originally asked you about the observation or the statement describing an exit wound in the abdomen. I'm going to show you stage 21 and ask if that is consistent with the evaluation that I described.
It would appear to match.
And as an exit wound, does it make sense that that would correlate with what I'm going to show you in States Exhibit 23, which, if you could just describe that to the jury.
So this is a wound that appears to be on the high portion of the left buttock, relatively large in size, and with no surrounding skin changes.
And if that were the entry wound, that makes sense to you medically that the abdominal wound was in fact the exit wound.
It certainly could be.
And so the image that we see in 21, while located kind of on the front of its body, was actually inflicted from behind it.
Yes, it appears so.
Do you recall evaluating initially the gunshot wound to his face?
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to show you stage 20 and ask if you can identify that and start with what you see.
Yes, this appeared to be a gunshot wound or a penetrating wound to the jaw or the mandible that was just beneath the jawbone or the mandible here on the side of the neck.
And do you recall the consequences of the result of that particular gunshot?
It appeared that he had significant intraoral injuries as well, and I recall from the note being able to even palpate bullet fragments in the area of the jaw.
And, once again, now in this area of the body, can you just tell us whether or not there are critical nerve, blood, and other potential organs very close to that?
Yeah, this is very close to your carotid artery, the main artery that sits here that feeds essentially one half of your brain. An injury to that, like most major arteries, is one you can bleed to death from within 2 to 5 minutes. And if the bullet continued further than that, you have the spinal cord and the brainstem, which allow you to live.
At Frisbee, you can confirm that you deferred some analysis, and that includes CT scans. So is it true that you did not see the dissected portion of carotid artery?
That's correct.
There is a brief summary on 492, if I could refer you, before he is then passed on to Boston Medical Center. And at the bottom there, it seems to be a paragraph. Can you confirm that at Portsmouth they continued to, were required to provide massive transfusion, continued there?
Yes, it did.
And that the injuries were consistent with what was observed at Portsmouth, but here at Frisbee, but they add here that they now have observed an external carotid injury, complicated mandibular fracture, pulmonary hemorrhaging, and again, make note of the significance of the external carotid injury. Can you just briefly describe for the jury what they're talking about?
Yeah, so what they found on the CT scans that were performed there was that the carotid artery, which comes up your neck and then splits into the internal carotid artery that goes to your brain and the external carotid artery that goes to your face. The external carotid artery had a sudden occlusion near its origin from the common carotid artery. So it appeared that the bullet had transected that artery.
What do you mean by transected?
Or had cut in half or caused the blood flow in that artery to stop.
And can you confirm, to your knowledge, that at Portsmouth, they did some surgical intervention?
Yes, they did.
That they repaired a temporary repair of his bowel, that is taking out a section of his intestine and lower bowel?
They did. They identified that injury, the scrotal injury that required removal of his left testicle, and because of, as we mentioned previously, the continued air and fluid that still remained within his chest, a second chest tube was placed at that time.
And then do you recall why it was that they transferred him out of Portsmouth?
The injury to the carotid artery was felt to be such that it could potentially progress and needed specialized care not available at Portsmouth. Portsmouth is a level 2 trauma center. It needed a level 1 trauma center with specialized vascular surgeons.
And did that turn out to be Boston Medical Center at the Yawkey facility?
Yes, it did.
And do you recall that he was, in fact, medevac, that he was flown down to Boston to receive the treatment given the discovery of the vascular injury?
Yes, he was.
I would like then to just, if I could briefly turn your attention to the Yawkey admission, to the Boston admission. Is at page 44, which is grossly out of order in your, I think it's at the end.
Yes, I have that.
And just down to the bottom of it, can you just review this paragraph and summarize what it is that Boston observes?
Sure. So they observed that this gentleman had been transferred now from 2 hospitals. They summarized his injuries from his CT scans, including his fractured mandible or fractured jaw, nasal fractures, the transection or the cutting in half of his external carotid artery on the right, an injury to his left chest that included, as I mentioned, the left hemopneumothorax, or the blood and air that was outside of his lung within his chest. The first rib fracture, what's documented here is a right RP hematoma, or a right retroperitoneal hematoma, meaning a blood collection behind the abdomen. A right iliac wing fracture, so that the wing of the hip bone here that was fractured, a pelvic hematoma in that same area, the left scrotal injury, and then a fracture of his left femur. And then they summarized the previous procedures that had been done.
Very well. On page 54, there's a paragraph down to the bottom that likewise, I think recites the level, the degree of injury or concern here.
Yes, they summarize all of his injuries, but they comment to begin that the patient is critically ill with hypovolemic shock, acute respiratory failure, the hemothorax, the pneumothorax, acute blood loss anemia, and that has resulted in impairment of vital organ function with a high probability of imminent life-threatening deterioration.
And I probably should have done some of the vocabulary. Can you define hemothorax and pneumothorax for the jury, please?
Sure. Hemothorax is a collection of blood outside of the lung or between the lung and the chest wall, and the pneumothorax is the same, but in that case, air.
And on page 55, there appears to be a summary from a different physician who concurs that these injuries require involvement of highly complex decision-making to assess, manipulate, and support treatment of vital organ system failure.
Yes.
Does that fairly summarize Mr. Violette's condition when he reached and was evaluated in Boston on 4/5/24?
Yes, that would be consistent with what we saw at Frisbee and what the documentation throughout says.
And, without getting into now the litany of surgical interventions, was it your expectation reading these that significant medical intervention was required in order to save Mr. Violette's life?
Yes, it was.
Sir, those are my questions.
Thank you. Attorney Sisti, cross-examination?
No questions.
No questions.
Doctor.
Doctor, you're excused. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time.
Counsel,
Your
can you
Honor.
approach? Thank you. We just finished the witness. This is a good time for us to take our lunch break. So we'll be back here in an hour at 1 o'clock or so. All right? Very good. Thank you all. All rise. Enjoy your lunch.
Okay, so now that I almost fixed the extra camera, they go for lunch. Well, typical. It's just crazy. So oh yeah, no worries. Stephanie, before you go, we are going to a new stream. Hey, good morning. Oh, hope you have a drive safe. We're going to a new stream after I finish talking and everything. I'm redirecting everybody to the new stream, but yeah, I'll literally redirect from here to there. We can chat before it starts and everything, but I might need to restart my computer, and I will take advantage of that during the break as well. But yeah, because we started doing a new thing, so you guys get a notification when we start the afternoon session, so you're not wondering when it starts and everything. So I think it will help us everybody to do that. So it's but I do have a question, like, so even though okay, all right. I'll see you very soon, Nancy. If and I hope you have a safe travels. But I have a question. Even though it wasn't his fault, right? Of this case, because he was pewed at. Will he still have Oh yeah, of course. Yes, definitely we'll do a roll call. Make sure everyone is there. Absolutely, Paula. That's a great idea. Um, i- who, Kyle or the defendant? Or both. Well, Kyle, we haven't really seen him. But anyway, what I was asking, sorry. Even though it wasn't his fault, will he still have to pay all the medical bills that came out of this whole situation? Because that doesn't really seem fair. I was just thinking, because, and we were just discussing that, because it would be a lot of money indeed. Yeah? Oh, what? No way. It would still have to pay. That is crazy. That's crazy that you still have to. Uh, Lois, we don't speak English. But try carefully. Try carefully, my friend. But I can't believe he's still gonna have to pay, even though he's not. What? Absolutely crazy. That is just not right. Having to pay, um, even if it was like not your fault, is. Oh, what? But then he's gonna have to pay a higher premium, isn't it? That is just not right. I don't think that's correct. I mean, that's um I think Lois is asking for a friend indeed, yeah. But that is just absolutely crazy. That is not right. His premium will go skyrocket, no? In the mm-mm. That's that. I think if it is like because of if someone else caused it. Oh, not really. Okay. At least that. I mean, it's already bad enough. He has gonna have to go through everything, and now he has to pay a higher premium. Well, he's gonna have to pay a higher premium because of all the health conditions that he has. It his premium might have gone up no matter what because is now he has he's in a wheelchair and everything. So that is absolutely crazy. Um Oh, actually, something that I wanted to say before, and it actually has been a breaking news in England. You know that case that I've been talking a lot, the Lucy Letby case. Um, the hospital that she worked at, the Chester Hospital. I've forgotten the name of the hospital now. So that case literally that hospital is having the same issue of babies dying with not really a medical cause. So they are saying that Lucy Letby might be innocent after all. So there is a lot going on right now about that case. So I definitely need to hurry up. But it's absolutely crazy. Oh yeah, he's never gonna be able to work again. He's in a wheelchair and everything, and the a wife was saying about all the PTSD and anxiety and everything that he suffers, and the paranoia that he suffers. So sadly, I don't think he is. Um, oh, okay. Oh well, yeah. So, but in this case, he's not gonna have a company to provide him insurance because he's never gonna ever work again. So, oh, okay. See, I don't understand anything. Um, I don't understand anything about medical insurance or anything. Here in the UK, gladly we have NHS. Even though there's stretch as it is, it's still a free system. We can pay for private, but not. Oh, okay. All right. So that explains. So yeah, here we don't really have to pay. We pay for the prescriptions, and that's always like a set amount that we pay, which is I'm very grateful for. But they've been talking about privatizing the NHS, and that would make us simply basically like US. Yeah. Oh, what? Really? Of course he's gonna have to own, like, I think the wife said that they own the house. Wow, that is absolutely, oh my days. See, this is the thing. I need to read into more like US things. He shouldn't be responsible because he did not create this situation. It was created, I think, in my opinion, right? It would be the person that caused the incident to pay, like as a penalty for his sentence, apart from prison and everything. If he ever gets a job or any commissary money or anything, that money should have gone towards paying a restitution to the victim. Um, I know they have that, but not always the defendants pay that. So which is sad. So, or even if they get a job or anything in prison, they should use some of that money for the victim. Absolutely. So it's just crazy. Um, wow, it's absolutely crazy. The insurance situation. Well, yeah, he can, but what money is Jason's gonna pay? Don't like what goods does Jason even have for that? So it's I don't think he has anything. Like they have the house. Where is he married? Because I know he has a daughter because of the daughter's situation not getting along, blah 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 blah. But is he even married? I don't know. Interesting, but yeah. Oh wow. That is a great insight. You mean like tools or like stuff, just write off stuff. It's just interesting. I'm really enjoying like getting a bit more in that. Yeah, that's Kyle. That's the victim. That's a long-time girlfriend of the victim. I mean Jason, our defendant, the guy in the screen. That's our defendant. Because I'm a little bit curious if he is married or not. I think we might find out because he might testify. He might have to testify and not having any other um choice than testifying because Kyle it is gonna testify because I mean he's the victim in the trial, so I'm sure he's gonna have to talk um and testify, which is not gonna be an easy testimony to get through. So when Kyle testify, please have your tissues at hand because yeah. We are. So what we're gonna do now is I am gonna redirect to the news stream for the afternoon session. Um. Oh yeah, he did live with his parents. That's true. Yeah. So the daughter and he maybe he got a divorce. That is interesting. Like I'm not but I'm interesting why he got a divorce because then his ex-wife could be a very good witness for the defense for the prosecution, like to give a mood like who is in terms of like mood or anything. That is actually quite interesting, um, to hear from her if was married or anything, or like to see the character of person that he is. Um, hmm, interesting. So yeah, that could be interesting to hear about. Because yeah, he did move in with his parents, I think, for the last 18 months. That's yeah. Ah, but you know what? Let's think about that over a break. So I've already put the redirect for the new stream. So as soon as I finish this one, you guys are gonna be redirected to the new one. So then when we do go live, everybody gets a notification and we can do a roll call when we get there. So put your seat belts on. Make sure you have all your items with you. Make sure your arms are inside of the armrests, and let's travel to the new stream. And I'll see you very soon, everyone. Thank you very much for this morning, and I'll see you very, very soon.
And I'm a real-time crime professional.